One morning, you open your Google profile and instead of your business, there's just one message. This profile has been suspended. No warning, no phone call, you simply disappear from Google Maps, from search, and from every AI tool that relies on Google's data. On April 27, 2026, this happened to thousands of legitimate, verified businesses at once, in a single wave that Google internally flagged as deceptive content. The good news, in most cases, a profile can be restored in under a week, if you know exactly what to do. That's today's topic. In this video, I'll walk you through the entire process, from the moment you notice the suspension to the moment your profile is live again. First, I'll explain why suspensions happen and why there are more of them in 2026 than ever before. Then I'll show you the exact diagnostic process for finding the real cause, the step most people get wrong or skip entirely. The third part is the appeal process itself, step by step with the documents you need and wording that actually works. At the end, I'll show you how to make sure this never happens again. This isn't theory, this is the process we use at FibOptima for real clients. Why suspensions happen? First, let's distinguish two types of suspensions. A soft suspension locks editing on the profile, but the profile stays visible on maps and in search. A hard suspension removes the profile completely, from maps, from search, and from every system that relies on that data. This distinction matters because it determines how urgently you need to act and which appeal process to use. Throughout 2025 and 2026, Google gradually tightened its algorithmic review of profiles. Pattern detection systems became more aggressive, and as a result, they more often catch legitimate businesses too, not just scammers. On April 27, 2026, this culminated in a mass wave that hit thousands of verified profiles at once, most flagged with the reason deceptive content. Many of them hadn't done anything wrong on purpose. They were caught by algorithmic patterns, not actual fraud. Why does it matter to Google so much? Because today the entire local ecosystem runs on Google business profile data, Google Maps, AI overviews, and even ChatGPT through indirect sources. So a suspended profile doesn't just disappear from one place, it disappears from everything. The most common triggers for suspension in 2026 are the following. First, a business's name that contains keywords instead of the real registered name. For example, best plumber in Bern 24/7 instead of the actual business name. Second, inconsistency between the name, address, and phone number across the Google profile, the website, and other directories. Third, the wrong address type, PO boxes, virtual offices, or a visible home address for businesses that operate at the customer's location. Fourth, account access held by old agencies or former employees that the owner doesn't even know still exists. Fifth, duplicate profiles for the same business, often a leftover from old optimization work or a verification mistake. It's important to remember, a suspension isn't always a sign that a business did something wrong or on purpose. It's often a technical mismatch that's easy to overlook. Diagnosis: how to find the real cause. Before you do anything else, read the exact wording of the suspension notice. In most cases, Google states a general reason category, and that category tells you where to start looking. Open your Google Business Profile dashboard and check the messages and history. There's often more detail there than in the email notification. Now, let's go through the diagnostic checklist to use in every case. Step 1. Compare the business name on the profile to the name on your official business registration. Even one added word like a location or service can count as a violation. Step 2. Check the name, address, and phone number everywhere. On your website, in the business registry, on Bing, Yelp, Foursquare, and local directories. A single mismatch is enough. Step 3. If your business is a service area business, meaning you operate at the customer's location, check whether the address is correctly hidden and not set as PO box or virtual office. Step 4. Review who has access to your Google profile. You'll often find old agencies, former employees, or partners who haven't used the access in years, but still have it. Step 5. Check whether a duplicate profile exists for the same business, maybe at a slightly different address or with a slightly different name. Step 6. Review the most recent changes made to the profile before the suspension. A sudden bulk change to the name, address, and a category on the same day is a common trigger, even if the change itself was legitimate. During the Deceptive Content wave in April 2026, the algorithm specifically looked for patterns like mismatched photos, suspicious review patterns, and automated bulk changes across multiple profiles at once, which explains why agencies managing several profiles were also affected. The single most important rule in this whole diagnosis: find the real cause before you appeal. An appeal without a fix almost means rejection, and every rejection extends the entire process. The appeal process step by step. Now that you know the cause, let's go through the actual process of getting your profile back. Step 1. Confirm the exact suspension type, soft or hard, from the dashboard or the email notification. This determines which review request form you use. Step 2. Gather your evidence before you submit anything. This includes your business registration or license, a utility bill confirming the address, photos of your storefront or signage with the address visible, and a screenshot of your website with matching information. Step 3. Fully fix the root cause before submitting the appeal. That means correct the name, align the address everywhere, remove old account access, and merge or remove duplicate profiles if needed. This is where most people make the mistake. They submit the appeal right away without fixing anything, hoping Google will understand. That almost never works. Step 4. Use the correct review request form, either through the Google Business Profile dashboard or through community support depending on the suspension type. Step 5. Write a short factual explanation. Don't write an emotional letter about how unfair it feels. Write an exact timeline, what happened, which cause you identified, and what you fixed. Attach your evidence. Step 6. Submit the appeal only once. Submitting multiple appeals in a short time looks like an attempt to manipulate the system and can extend or worsen the entire process. Step 7. Realistically expect 3 to 7 business days for a response. During mass wave periods like April 2026, it can take longer due to the volume of requests. During this time, don't over-edit your profile. Any major change while waiting can trigger a new review. Step 8. If the appeal is denied, read the denial reason carefully. If it often means there's another cause you haven't fixed yet. Fix it and then submit a new updated appeal. If a standard appeal doesn't work, you can also try the Google Business Profile community forums, where Google product experts help escalate especially complex cases. How to prevent it from happening again? Once your profile is restored, it's time to make sure this doesn't happen again. First, use your real registered business name without keywords or locations added for SEO. Second, align the name, address, and phone number completely everywhere. On your website, in the registry, on Google, Bing, Yelp, and every directory. Third, regularly review who has access to your profile and remove access for any old agencies or employees who no longer need it. Fourth, if you're a service area business, make sure the address setting is correct. hidden address, no PO box or virtual office. Fifth, keep your verification documentation in a safe place. Photos, video verification, business registration, so you have it ready quickly if you ever need it. Sixth, and this might be the least expected tip, update your profile regularly and genuinely. Weekly posts, fresh photos, replies to reviews, a profile that's alive reads as trustworthy both to customers and to Google algorithms. Seventh, avoid large sudden changes to multiple fields at once. If you need to change your name, address, and category, do it gradually, not all in one day. Finally, set up a simple quarterly self-audit. A quick check of your name, address, account access, and duplicate profiles every 3 months. Real-world examples. Picture a carpenter who named his profile Best Carpenter Burn 24/7. The profile was suspended for a name policy violation. After renaming it to the real registered business name, the profile was restored in 4 days. Picture also a plumber who works at customers' locations but was displaying his home address on the profile. After switching the address setting to hidden and cleaning up inconsistent citations, the profile was restored in under a week. Common mistakes. Mistake 1. Submitting multiple appeals without fixing the real cause. This looks like a manipulation and extends the process. Mistake 2. Creating a new replacement profile instead of fixing the existing one. This is a policy violation and makes things worse. Mistake 3. Long emotional explanations instead of short, factual ones backed by evidence. Mistake 4. Over-editing the profile while waiting for a response to the appeal. Mistake 5. Overlooking account access as a possible cause because it seems too technical to matter. Action plan. Over the next few days, do the following in this order. 1. Confirm the suspension type, soft or hard, from the dashboard. 2. Read the exact wording of the suspension reason. 3. Run the diagnostic. Check name, NAP, address type, account access, duplicate profiles. 4. Fully fix every issue you find. 5. Gather your evidence, registration, utility bill, photos, website, screenshot. 6. Submit one short factual appeal with evidence attached. 7. Wait 3 to 7 business days without over-editing. 8. If denied, fix further and resubmit. Conclusion: a suspension is stressful, but in most cases fixable if you follow the right process. Most failed appeals aren't the result of an unfair decision by Google. They're the result of a skipped diagnostic step or a rushed appeal. With a few preventive habits, you significantly reduce the chance of this ever happening again. If your profile is currently suspended and you don't know where to start, comment the word suspended below and FIPOptima will help you find the cause for free. If this video helped you, like it and subscribe to the channel for more guides like this.